Alrighty, so let's get the show on the road. So for those of you who need to be brought back up to speed, Adder is currently, I just explained this 5 minutes ago. I probably don't need to do this again, but I'll probably put a gun here. Alright, Diamondback is currently attacking a small power substation. They just need to blow it up and get the hell out. If they take everything, then they get to hold the field at the end of the battle, and if they don't, well then they've got to run. So let's go meet our map. This is the power substation located here. As you can see, there are several fuel tanks. You must destroy these fuel tanks in order to consider the power substation to be completely offline. Or you can try and, gun down everybody who happens to be here. That will probably be somewhat difficult with the pair of patent tanks that are assigned to this location, but hey, I'm not here to tell you you can't do things unless you're trying to break the rules. This is the map that we're currently working with. Not a huge map, but Adder is currently coming down the road to try and rock their world. So that all the way, I think it's time for us to get a rolling. I don't actually know if anybody from Diamondback is here today, because this is not our normal streaming day. And so that may cause a little bit of confusion. But we're going to get on the roll. And if you've ever wondered how the original tabletop of Battletech plays, this is how it's played. You will learn. You will learn by watching. Perhaps not. I mean, take a pick, but I think you can learn by watching. I'm going to jump because this gives me slightly more movement. MRBC doesn't look too kindly to those who violate contracts. So the idea would have been that you would have used Diamondback to attack the convoy. And Diamondback would be using, of course, the Raven, which has the electronic countermeasures, to mask the fact that they are, assaulting your employer. Quick paint job, and then you'd rush on in and see what you can end up getting done. And the idea would just be to delay them so that you had an opportunity to finish sort of getting in there and getting all of your people set up for that final attack. But yeah, it was entirely up to you. You made your decision. It was an interesting vote. It was actually pretty close. The start of the poll leaned very heavily on the side of... I don't need to do that because I'm not playing a game that maximizes. The start of the poll actually leaned in the favor of people who wanted to actually assault our employer. And then cooler heads prevailed. Clint is close, but he's extremely hard to kill. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to engage these fuel buzzers, I guess. Yeah. Attack this other one. We'll open up with our medium lasers only, because that way we can keep nice and chill. And you simply don't have range, but you do. 3 or a 10? Yeah, we'll go with the 3. Fire the large laser and the twin LRM-5s. Be nice and accurate with that one. Now if we can detonate it, then we can do some cool stuff. Needs a 3, needs a 10. Yeah, we'll take the 3. Shatter it. Don't have any weapons to do. Okay. Ghost targets is active, so we are a little bit better protected. I don't like being the one who that entire plan depends on. Wait, what? Well, get used to it. You're in the scout role. Clint opened fire, missed absolutely everything. We then shoot up the building, got it down to 2 CF. 2. It's about to crack, but it's not there yet. Unfortunate. Well, this round you'll be able to bring more firepower onto these fuel locations. I would not recommend standing by them when they explode. Just sort of a friendly suggestion. And you may use your air power however you see fit, so I am going to be bombing these with bombs when the time comes. Small blow stuff. Yeah, for those of you also missing, we have Foxsnake 1 coming in, which consists of a Tomahawk and an Eagle, which are normally sort of our multi-role on-call unit. And today they're going to be zipping in to bombard and help knock out this power station. Because these missions are not supposed to be insanely hard, because they opted not to take the hard path. So the easier path should give rewards for making the mission easier. Now whether or not it ends up being easier is a little bit different. If it makes you feel any better, Ginger, I try to make the best of the Seki situation. It'll be fine, or it won't. One or the other. And we'll find out shortly. Turn. We will avoid seeing most of the enemy. And we can still, light this whole thing up, so... Quad lasers. It's a little toasty, but we'll take it. You're going to skip, and then laser. So 30, 35... And then a little bit of overkill, just to make sure we take it. That one should explode. You will target this with your LRMs, for both of them. Just make sure it hits. And then you'll get to work with the medium laser. Keep that temperature nice and chill. The Raven will also open fire with all of these weapons and see if we can't crack that. I don't think we'll be able to crack it immediately, but we'll find out. Ooh, the gate. What just happened? I think we flattened the base. That shouldn't have blown up that big. What? We may have a problem here. Okay, this was not in the plan. Somebody decided apparently to turn them into nuclear bunkers. Okay, I need to see what the hell's just happened. Yeah, it flattened the entire area. Okay. Bugged. No, that's not right. It's not a bug, but clearly that's not what we were intending. The fuck? I'm very confused now. Yeah, but they shouldn't explode that big. But they went up like nukes. Okay. That was not the plan. This is not going as smoothly as it normally does. Let's try this again. Except this time we won't attack that, and it looks like you're gonna have to wipe out pretty much all of the resistance. Of course you fell over. Why would I have expected anything else? Liquid explodium? That's more than just a bit of explodium. That was ridiculous. So these are CF50. Javelin fell over, because of course it did. Or CF30. So yeah, don't blow these up. Okay, I've got to come up with on the fly what the actual location is. So I'm gonna say the blue things. You got 4 blue markers on the map. Knock those out, and that'll be the power substation offline, as well as the control building up here. That's what I'm going with, because holy jeez. Liquid explosion. Yeah. Give me Diamondback and Mushroom Cloud send off. Those people in Diamondback always bugging me about things. Now they're dead. No, I'm not that evil. I'm a bit of a dick, but I'm not that much of a dick. That was terrible. Oh, now I gotta get that javelin off the ground. And that's just gonna be so much fun. Lines. Get some paint on the Clint then, I guess. Because if we're hanging around here, I was expecting like we'll blow up one and it'll be cool and then we'll move on. No, that's not what happened at all. And with a large laser, it looks like it's a conventional battle going down. This is not going to be easy. Of course, the only one who hits this round is the gosh darn Clint with an AC-5. You, get off the ground, you lazy bones. Fire javelin on the move. And we're people in back, Vindicator. Full speed. May want to check the setup and see what those fuel tanks are set to. Yeah, I could, but at this point I'm not going to. I've made a new decision on how this is going to work out. Because they should explode, but they shouldn't explode that hugely. Because they're light standard fuel tanks. At least in all my normal experience with light standard fuel tank, they blow up and knock out the area around them, and they should have been spaced enough to avoid that, but apparently not. Apparently they go up like a nuclear bomb. Which, to be fair, is funny. But not quite what we were looking for. A wonderful performance, but not quite what we had in mind. Just too darn loud. The Wolfhound is actually not a good fit for that position. I would like to start hitting these patents early, because the amount of damage they can do adds up really quick. They're very similar to the Tiger that we have in Rogue Tech, in just how much force they can put down. Just a wee bit smaller. Sure, go in there. We aren't going to be shooting at the buildings and the AI doesn't think to, so you should be good. That was a little ridiculous. I wonder if I set it like the maximum distance, if that would like not kill everything. Or we're like hanging out over here lobbing LRMs at people. Alright, we have multiple targets this time. Could go up to the Whitworth for a 7. For a 7? Really? Okay, we're taking that. Light that Whitworth all the way up. See if we can't get a little bit lucky. Whitworth did bail out, but that leaves the field gunners, who I will engage with light laser fire. Fire javelin out of range to engage anybody. And you, Whitworth, range of 6, fire that. And then double 5s. Ooh, that's gonna get nice. I think we're just ganging up on the Whitworth now, and you should actually be in range for my close range special. Although that 5 is very juicy looking. I want to be +5 over it. We'll do it at 7. Alright, Ghost Targets is active with an 11. That's a really good roll on that Ghost Targets. They are Lux. Liquid nitrogen tanks? No, they're that other thing. That thing that reacts with itself and is insanely sensitive to just any sort of detonation. Alright, so Raven missed the first medium laser with a hit with the second, and then the medium laser got a through armor critical hit on that engine. That Whitworth is screwed. It's +7 heat every single round until he manages to fix that engine, which he can't do in the middle of combat. Whitworth returned fire and missed every single shot. The Wolfhound missed the field gunners, but I wasn't really expecting much out of that one anyway. Enemy Panther did hit the... missed the Javelin. The Vindicator came in and nailed that Whitworth even more. Right arm, center torso, and center torso with the missiles on that one. Pretty decent amount of damage, so 7 damage out of that center torso. And then our Raven 2X actually managed to come on in and missed with the SRM-6, which is a bit of a shame because we were really close to cracking up the center torso on the Whitworth. The Whitworth stays standing, and in the medium physical phase, I'm going to go punch the... No, I'm not. I'm not suicidal. Although that does mean we have to be much more careful about bombing stuff, because you'll notice each one is next to a tank. So if we try and bomb the primary switches now at this point, that will set off a chain reaction which will blow up the entire map. So we need to be very careful of that. They are much tougher than I had originally planned for. Alright, Vindicator, you're going to back up because you're going to hang at the edge of things. Tempted to bring the Raven into the south. Where's my Fire Javelin? Fire Javelin's just going to sprint on forward. Anybody comes at him, he will see them and shoot at them with great aplomb. Whitworth is pulling back now. He's trying to get some cover, which is smart after what just happened to him. Patton and the Whitworth is moving. The Patton's actually showing the wrong side to people. If I did this, I'm showing my butt to the field gunners within their rifle range, which is a pretty big no-go. Although, where is my J2? So if the J2 rushes in here, I'm going to be doing it with full defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to play my hand that early. I don't want them to know that's my plan that early. So instead I'm going to rush in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to spin this sucker around. And now, I'm not the easiest target in the world. Yeah, the Panther comes darting after me. That actually isn't good for him because now he's too close to use his PPC. Nitroglycerin? No. No, it's... There's a list of the most corrosive and dangerous things we've ever tried, chemicals we use, and it is some mad stuff. Ugh, if I do that, I'll be back to the Clint. I kind of think I have to do it, though. This might spook the Clint off. That would be good. We'll try that. Come on, Clint. Move, Clint. Trebuchet's down here. Come on, Clint. Yes! The Clint moved. And now I'm going to dive on the field gunners with my flamethrowers. So speaking of, flamers! Whoosh! Now that won't kill him, but it is going to be funny. You, on the other hand, have just been flanked by everybody. Where's that Whitworth? Whitworth has a 10 to hit, 7 to hit over there. Yeah, that's not good. Target the Patton I could do, but no, I'm gonna shoot behind me. It's a 9E. This side. 8s I can work with. Triple medium lasers on you, but this is gonna be a sucky situation until I can get that resolved. 13's not gonna even bother to be hitting, so we don't do anything with you. Vindicator is not in line of sight of anybody. Alright, that's a problem. We'll have to move him around. 9s and 8s focused fire. Oh, 8s with the medium laser, because he's right there. Okay. There is a range right at the start of the medium range for that large laser, which is the maximum medium range for the short range weapons. So it's a nice little sweet spot where I can just dive a whole bunch of damage onto something. Fulminate of Mercury? I don't remember the name of it. I was doing a playthrough of MekHQ 2 and the final boss had an Atlas with jump jets. I would not spend the 2 tons needed per jump jet for an Atlas, but hey, if you got the tonnage, rock it. You only can fit 3 of them, so you're only missing 6 tons. Remove the couple of medium lasers in the SRM-6 and you've got an AC-20 carrier that can fly. Wow, that's some serious accuracy out of this Clint. 8, 9, and 9. He manages to roll an 11, a 10, and 11. So the Raven 2X now has no left torso armor at all because he just got drilled into. Raven J2 hits with the Flamer, 12 damage, 16 people alive, and then hits them with medium laser down to 12. That'll significantly reduce the amount of damage they can output. Trebuchet missing his rolls. The Panther, of course, missed his rolls. The Wolfhound missed the first shot. However, his follow-up was a shot to the face. So he managed to hit him in the head. Unfortunately, the Panther pilot remains conscious. Field Gunner's missing a couple of things. The Patton opens fire on the Raven and hits him in the center torso. That's painful. These Pattons are going to be especially dangerous with those AC-10s. Against a Lance like Diamondback, who's very light. Was that the number more too? Yes. Although we haven't named it because you didn't mention that if you wanted to name it. I haven't seen you around much. Raven J2 getting nailed quite a bit, although does fire back at the Panther and does a phenomenal job on that one. So this Panther is a little bit shook up. Unfortunately, he still stands. And I'm going to give the boot to these guys, and I'm going to give the punch to these guys. Probably not going to hit, but, you know, it is how it goes. And no target for these guys because we daren't set off the big bombs. I think I jam my Atlas to stay on the ground to keep those lasers and such. Remove the LRM-20. Drop it down to an LRM-10 and lose a medium laser. You're fine. Working my rear end off? Great to hear. Right, Clint, yeah, lots of kicking going down on the Raven J2. Or, wait, no, not on the Raven J2. On the Wolfhound, sorry. A Raven did manage to actually step on 2 people, so that's adorable. Wolfhound misses both of his punches, as we kind of expected. Everyone stays standing at the end of the physical round. So we need to deal with the Pattons. And the Vindicator needs to zip on forward, because I'm going to need him. Can't afford to have 45 tons currently off the field. Field Gunners have run inside. That's not good. They're going to be much harder to dislodge now at this point. Well, at the end of the day, if we really want to, this is not our mission to fight. This is our mission to blow things up. Unfortunately, it's 80 damage that we got to deal to each one of these nodes in order to knock them offline, which is not easy. Where is my J2? J2 is going to zip out over here and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not great. Can I back up 5? No, unfortunately the Vindicator's in the way. I should have realized that before I did that. 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. We're just gonna back it up. Go on out of the combat zone. You've given me some tempting bait. And let me tell you, I intend to cash in on that bait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take it and then turn one more. What? I don't want to charge. I want to turn. I don't trust that. Far too dangerous for him to accomplish. That makes life a lot more difficult than it otherwise needed to be. It's this pavement. On pavement, you can slide, which is not healthy for me. Double 5s. Oh, I made it. He made it. And the other Patton moved right on top of him. Okay. That's both good and bad. Because of the risk involved. That'll be our 5 node. Not great. But it's what I've got. Loving is what I got. Alright, I can't move as independently as I would like, because those are AC-10s looking down on me. So I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to prioritize killing the AC-10s over other things. Because as much as I would love to engage that trebuchet from the back, if these patents actually start getting good rounds of shooting on me, then it's good night, Irene. And that is not something I intend to have to suffer through. Beam lasers, hope for crits. Oh, wow. They have gone all in on the fire javelin. Hopefully this works out the way I had envisioned it. Raven. Both of the Raven. You're right in the back, so that should be your best opportunity to fry somebody. Oh! Well now. I got bad news. Fire Javelin's dead. Head blown clean off by a single perfect PPC round. So, yeah, Shadow. We get troubles. Oh, Shadow's DNR too. Whew, Shadow's dead. Shadow is dead unless we manage to do some really good stuff here. We might be able to do it. There is the rescue rolls, but Shadow's a DNR if we don't accomplish that. Reverse Panic Ginger, it's your lance. You get to decide whatever you want to do. You want to pull out, you want to push in, you do what you need doing. Yeah, there's nothing left of the javelin. And that was unlucky because everybody else was just missing him. Just ducking and weaving through all that fire, and then popped right in the head. Ooh, PPCs, man, they do not play games. Oh, Jesus is hateful. Yeah, that could have been much better. On the bright side, we came along and we've made one of the patent takes mobile, which is helpful. Unfortunately, we didn't get much penetration on the other one. So we're going to just start kicking them until, you know, something explodes. I think that's both of them are mobile now. Yeah, both patent tanks can't move. Hey, the fighters. Now, it does show, you know, universal instant air, but that's not actually true. The reason is because I have to have universal control in order to place all of the opposition. The deadly secret of this game. All opposition is controlled. So we're going to come in from the corner, and we're going to see if we can't bail you guys out. By the way, the custom sprites that we use, or yeah, sprites are made courtesy of Ginger. Or not Ginger, I'm sorry. Of Grizzly. They both wait, didn't he have a full head armor? He did not. If we go back, he got hit in the head by a medium laser, I believe. Is DD getting oofed? I mean, DD, Diamondback can pull off at any time he wants. But no, if we go to our round report and we go back to, I believe it was turn 2. He took a medium laser to the face almost, wait, no, he wouldn't have. Raven's good javelin fell over. Left arm. Yeah, so he hits his left arm when he trips over on round 2. And then weapon attacks. That mech might just have reduced the maximum armor, which would be weird. Javelin gets up, starts running again. Raven shoots. Did he just seriously blow his head off in one shot? Is that even possible? It shouldn't be possible. The fire javelin was fully repaired. That much I can attest to. Flamers, trebuchet. Wolfhound shoots the panther in the head. Attacks, punches, missing kicks around, and then it's us. See, there must have been a second attack because PPCs technically can't penetrate through. Oh no, it was the crits, wasn't it? Yeah, armor destroyed, section destroyed. Oh no, it's destroyed by damage. Critical hit on head, location and roll is 2, is life support and heatsink. Life supports and that kills him. Huh. That's odd. Hanger. Yes, sometimes we go and we try and play detective. Figure out exactly what went wrong. That's how you learn. Yeah, it's only got 10 head armor. Oof. Marketplace. Purchase unit. Show me fire javelin. Base fire javelin has exactly 10 head armor. Oh. Oh. For those who don't know, that's slightly less than normal. That should have been a field refit day one. No one caught it. No one realized it. No one realized just what a bomb that was. We'll have to hope that we roll really well when Eric's comes in to rescue people. He gets one roll. And the fire javelin was not named, if I recall correctly. Yeah. He didn't name it because it was a loner, so he could fit into Diamondback. He normally drove a Griffin. If he magically lives, I will have stern words with him. What are you gonna tell him? That a flaw in the mech design got him killed? I think he knows. Have you ever rolled well with Eric's? Yes, we've done so once or twice, and that's how McKinnon got saved. Remember? Alice got saved because of a perfect roll by Eric's. They rolled like a natural 20 or a 19 or something like that. And that's why she survived. They got a critical success on the SNI roll. Otherwise, y'all would have lost her. Which, that would have been sad. Okay. We want to back off of these people so that our bombers have free reign. Firehawk is looking down from the heavens. He looks in disappointment as our smoke could be shut. He's not dead yet, boys. He got a chance to survive. Give him the opportunity. Here, like that. And then turn. I hate the fact that Vindicators don't have torso twist, even though the new designs give them torso twist. Because the new torso twist designs look gorgeous. Oh, you've saved so many mechs. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Alright, I need high speed, I need low drag. Simultaneously, I also need to not get shot in the back, but that's gonna be a harder one to... It's gonna be a harder thing to come by. Zoom. I've managed to immobilize both the Pattons. The next step is to kill both the Pattons, and that removes the biggest threat off the field. Although that Panther with... Or no, not the Panther. That Trebuchet rocking around that 7K. Ooh, that's a rough one. I want to bring the J2 in so that the J2 can do some... Oh, you're actually light enough to do that. We're going to do that. Because one, it's funny, but two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. One, it's funny, but two, he can. If the mech were heavier than the CF of the building, the CF on the fuel tank structures right there, it's 40. The mech weight is 35. He can run over the top. This will not be easy to swallow. He may not be dead. There's always a chance. You never know what the future holds. At least that's what I try and tell people when they start crying. Because all of their hard work has been for naught. He will be missed if he dies. I'm gonna have to come up with some clever solution. Oh, can you just kind of hang out? No, despite the fact that I've mobilized them, they still have their guns. My back faces towards that trebuchet. No, it doesn't. Back faces towards a panther. If he gets a good shot on me, he might take it. 2, 3. Oh, here they come. Oh, enemy has air support. It's rogues! The rogue squadron is here. We regret the easy target choice. Take the hard one instead. No, it's fine. It's fine. Accelerate. Oh, no. Ooh. This is why I did this, but I'm now angry at myself for doing this. They have to put me in this position. Oh, because I have bombs on these mechs that I want to drop on everybody, but at the same time, I've got to run air defense. Oh, let's see, Tomahawk, what's your guns again? It's a bunch of medium lasers, isn't it? Donatello, single PPC, 3 medium lasers, and a small. But he also has bombs. Oh boy, did he bring the bombs. Oh, I can't drop bombs near those fuel Bowsers either. If I do, they're just dead. Instantaneously gone. All right, we're gonna run that. Rogues crisscrossing each other. Let's see if they're gonna prioritize air combat or ground target. The Eagle is also carrying a lot of bombs at the moment. That Panther ought to be a good pick-off. Oh, I need 3. I need 3 to get you. That's gonna be a hard turn. All right. Crisscrossing the battlefield. First things first, Tomahawk, you are going to target X for bombs. And we're going to come and we're going to dive bomb. We're going to drop all of our high explosives, and because of your positioning, I'm also going to drop all of my clusters. And I'm going to hope that this shatters everything. Also, we're going to come in with the Eagle. Eagle's just going to drop for bomb. Also dive bomb. 6 explosives. I don't think I want to drop clusters, because if I miss the clusters, they can drift into there. But at the same time, I don't want to be carting 9 tons of equipment around, because I still have my 4 air-to-air rocket launchers. I'm extremely comfortable. The bombing run will decide. Alright, no cluster bombs on him. He's just going to take 60 damage from the air. It's going to be fun. Raven, you are here for a reason. Can you guess what that reason is? That's right! Medium lasers! In multiple colors this year. Try and shoot down the aircraft, but that's not why you're here. Oh, did I view fire? That is not why you're... Oh god, the 2X is now about to get the treatment of everybody shooting at it. Target the rear, and a fire. And done. You have no target, so you will go air defense. Target is out of range. How about this one? Yes. And fires a large laser and the twin LRMs. See if you can't catch them. Now the Raven. Both the Raven. Target is rear. Medium laser. Oh, I don't have quite the reach to do that. I need to... Wait, I don't... Oh, darn it. My right arm can turn that much, but not my left. That's less than cool. Don't quite have the turn on that. Okay. Target the trebuchet. They'll engage at close range. Here it goes! Clint missing all of his shots. Ghost targets is active, by the way. Altitudes have been dropped. Everybody decided to shoot the ground. Tomahawk starts bombing the shit out of everything. I'm seeing crew stuns, but I'm not seeing kills here. Oof, that's not great. Trebuchet missile, his shots. Panther missile, his shots. And the Panther will never again bother anybody as we set off the ammunition and blow the entire thing apart. Apparently, the Panther was also standing on top of a building, which we flattened. Raven hitting that Patton tank, digging nice and deep. Unfortunately, oh, the Vindicator hits the rogues in the avionics. So one of the rogues now has a +1, which is bad in this game, to his attempts to not drift out of control. Raven taking some large laser fire from the rogues. Wolfhound taking some large laser fire from the rogues. And then the Raven returns fire on the trebuchet and lights it the hell up. Somebody's angry. Melee combat time! Give him the boot! Das Boot. Okay, Clint misses, trebuchet hits on the Raven, and then the Raven manages to make the flamer on the Patton malfunction. That's great. It's wonderful. Ooh, so we're not talking a total victor here, but we're still doing okay. A little disappointed in that bombing run. I will try and bring the Eagle back around and drop all of its cluster bombs right here. You missed a slaughter. It's not a slaughter. They're doing good work. It just got a little bit more dicey than we originally anticipated it would be. Doesn't it always get just a little bit more dicey every so often? Keeps you entertained. Fine. Lots of tank movement. That Whitworth didn't move worth a damn. Look at me nice and tight. This way the trebuchet. Ooh, trebuchet disengaging. That's an interesting play. I want to move you there, but I'm not going to because it's way too dangerous. Instead, I'm going to maybe have you chase after that Whitworth. Yeah, we'll get some speed going on here, get some evasion going on. 2s and 3s are no problem for a Diamondback pilot. All right, we are carrying all of that speed across the wall. That's not good. You, well, you're here for air-to-air work now. You dumped your bombs. It's time to shoot. He's at altitude 5. We can catch that. So we're going to accelerate, and we're going to go up and up. That gets us to 5. And I'm going to come around. Let's not do that yet. If I do that, what weapons are we looking at right now? PPC, and that would be it. Or 2 medium lasers. And a rocket launcher pod. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Bring that sucker around. Bring it around, my man. Storm Howl. Time to somehow get you back in this fight. Where are you bombing? Not bombing anything. Interesting. Okay. So Storm Howl is going to have to perform an Immelman here. Which I don't know if he can. But we're going to give it a shot. You actually don't have the speed for an Immelman. Okay. Let's give you... Accelerate. Still short. Accelerate. Maneuver. Immelman. Bring that sucker around. Oh, that's a hell of a turn. You need to be here. Oh, that burned all your velocity if you did that. Oh, carrying these bombs is killing me. Bombs are killing me. I forgot. When you Immelman, you basically burn all your velocity. Hammerhead. Hammerhead will be the simpler maneuver. That's not an Immelman, and you know it. Sometimes when you play with aircraft, that's when life gets painful. Now, is that juke that's killing me here? No, you're just running out. You run out of steam right there. Okay. 3. Maneuver. Immelman. Okay. Turn. Should have. Oh, you literally can't do it. Okay. I don't think I have much choice. I think I got to get off the field. All right, we're going to get you back up to an altitude. So that when you come back in 3 turns, you're in a better position. But I can't get him into a good position. Although the Panther's getting blown up by the ammo explosion around I'm using. Man's head was blown clean off. He was bloody murdered. He was. Alright, let's see. Hey, Rogue. I'm coming for you. PPC. And his air-to-air missiles. Yes, I will continue to call rocket pods air-to-air missiles. That's why I bring them. That's what I use them for. And we are here to try and shatter some people's dreams. View target armor. 21 rear armor to burn through. I do not have 21 worth of damage to put onto you. I can throw 2 medium lasers at your face. You. How much armor you got left? You. Patent tank number 2. Armor. 1 good medium laser bolt should kill him. So I will trust that that will kill that pattern. You, on the other hand, this is going to require a little bit more work. I'm going to Alpha Strike with you. That's going to torch him a little bit, but I've got to get these guys off the field before they get me off the field. SM6 for the good old solid hilarity. Alright, Whitworth misses everything. The Clint manages to hit the Raven with an AC5 and one of his medium lasers. The right torso is down to 0 armor. That's going to require... Oh no, it's a J2, so that's actually okay. Except for, you know, the super expensive, highly experimental, irreplaceable electronic warfare kit. This could be bad. Let's see. Tomahawk comes in, hits the rogue with a PPC right on the aft. 4 armor remaining. Oh, and he's got a pair of missile launchers that he's going in for. So heat sink destroyed, manages to destroy the entire after armor. Internal damage, engines hit. 1 damage, 0 transfers to... Ooh, so that's apparently not enough to actually hurt him. Left wing manages to hit him there. Come on. We need to deal a little bit more. Run away, we are leaving now, please. So... Alright, you want out? Field gunner is able to fire. Raven comes along. Patton's getting lit the hell up. Doing a good job there. Misses from the vedettes. Vindicator managing to nail that Patton. Unfortunately not in the locations that we care about. Rogue comes along. Shoots back at my Tomahawk. Hits us in the aft, however does not get through our armor. Who both rogues fired at us with their weapons. Still no actual solid penetrations. They use their aft weapons to do it, I believe. So we're in a solid position. Raven coming along, unloading, and vehicle's immobile, but it was already immobile. Give a kick. I don't kick. Do not kick. God damn, these Pattons are still alive. Tomahawk stays flying, and so does unfortunately the rogue. Alright, so Ginger, do you legitimately want to pull your lance? Because you say panic over as if it's no longer in effect. Pattons are heavy tanks? Yeah, they're solid tanks. But they're not the super heavies. They're actually barely in the heavy category at 65 tons. So they're not, it's not like I'm fielding a Devastator. I'm very torn. Well, the moment you come up with a decision, you let me know. Until then, I'm a fight. But once you got a plan, I'm here for you. That'll attract attention. That seems good to me. That might actually be a better idea to jump that. Turn. Boost. I can continue to just pepper the Pattons until... On the one hand, Shadow. On the other hand, very expensive EW box. Let me double check that. So your armor's up in your right torso. And your electronic warfare kit is located... Oh, EW kit's in your left torso. You're good. You still got 5 points of armor protecting that. That's no problem. Alright. We can't leave you guys still. We need to actually burn through this gosh darn armor. I need 5 more damage. 1 medium laser hit. 1 medium laser hit. All that would have taken. One, two, three, four, 5. Me. And then you've already moved your field gunners. So the Wolfhound is going to back up. Fire for medium lasers. Continue to back up. That works for me. We have another 2 rounds before the Eagle returns. When it does, I am going to cluster bomb this entire group if it's still alive. I'm gonna flamethrower you and medium laser you. Only, that's not a lot of movement. Yeah, I don't want to be that close to people who can pepper me with crit weapons. 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll take it. Couple 2s is no problem. Alright, those rogues still on the map, they are. They've managed to maneuver themselves into good positions. Yeah, Raven's about to get bombed. Weapon, show me the PPC. Oh, you pulled out of the PPC range. But I can turn it! Haha, you're mine. So you, just because I enjoy the air combat so much. I would love to burn. Ooh, I can burn. Because I think you're right in front of me. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, he's getting the full combat burn. Not just the PVC shot, but this is the burst fire. So we can't fire the PVC, otherwise we'd have to take a check at the end of the round, and I don't want to do that. I'm very against making checks at this point. Twist. Target him. Shoot his rear. Lasers. Turn off one of those, because you do not afford to be down any movement points. Once you're +5, you're down a movement point. That is bad. View pattern. How's your armor holding up? Your right side's about to buckle. I can work with that. Double medium laser fire. View, target, right side. And put a medium laser just to get your temperature back under control, because the war will continue to be fought beyond what you think it will be. Target right. Missiles and SRMs. And pray. No ghost targets this round. Not good. Whitworth cannot touch my tomahawk. Clint opening fire on the Raven. Managed to hit with the AC-5. His right leg's done a 4 armor. However, he misses 2 medium lasers. Tomahawk comes in. 1 hit, 1 miss. A second hit. So 2 hits, 2 misses. The 2 hits were medium lasers, and they hit for 5 each, so that's 10 damage full. So he's doing enough damage in order to cause some pain. Unfortunately, he's not on his tail anymore, so it's managing to hit the left wing of the nose a bit instead of that rear that we really wanted, because that rear is open on this guy. Alpha Strike? What about Alpha Strike? Trebuchet missing both of his shots. Field Gunners opening fire on the Wolfhound. Critical 3 armor crit, but nope, did not happen. There we go. 1 pattern destroyed by the J2. J2 killing the first of the patterns. Please tell me you guys got the second pattern. Please tell me you got the second. They did not get the second pattern. Crew is stunned for another turn, though, so I can work with that. Oh, the rogue is out of control. Loses 3 elevation, but does not crash. He's facing off towards the map. I've got to... Yeah, he's gonna drift off map. But I mean, that was some fancy flying by the Tomahawk. It's actually doing really well. How do I engage you without getting everybody in the company killed? First of all, view patent tank armor. Right side's totally open. Wolfhound, kick it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's enough. The crew is immobile and stunned. Take this opportunity to kill him. And then we dance. I've only got cluster bombs left, so infantry beware. I'm about to drop a lot of explosives on you. Oh, you lost initiative. Shoot. That's no bueno. All right, how's your armor? Armor's full? Okay. Time to... That's gonna be painful. That's gonna be very painful. Right, J2, come out here. Oh, needs more movement. Needs more movement. I'm telling you that if I don't get 5 movement, then the J2 ain't doing it. J2 is on an out leg at the moment. We don't want to keep him still for too long. Hi, Clint. That's an interesting position you've given me. That's clever. He's covering himself. That's the best I've got for protection, but I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Got some air power going on. So one of them has clearly flown off. He was no longer in the fight. But you're going to accelerate, and you're going to tell me just how big your balls are. I think we're playing a game. We're going to play a game of chicken. Hi there, friend. You and me, we're going head to head. So I have positioned you expertly so that you are dead center on all of my scopes. Sure, take a bit of a break. Oh, the trebuchet is here. Shoot. That trebuchet is a headhunter. We don't want to play with headhunters. Wolfhound, I brought you here for a very specific sacred reason. You're gonna kill this guy. You need to kill this guy. I don't know how else to make it plain that if you don't kill this guy, everyone you know will die. And it will be your fault. In the meantime, do me a favor, Ginger. Don't miss. Ghost targets is active. Okay, you're a little bit better protected there, Ginger. And Whitworth hitting the Raven. That's left leg armor gone. Anybody else love when their dad splits his cheeks in the smoke? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna call bot on this shit. Goodbye. No pressure. What do you mean no pressure? All the pressure. I don't believe in no pressure for you guys. Clint managing to hit the Wolfhound twice with medium, with all of his weapons 3 times. Yeah, it had to be a bot. Tomahawk missing his first medium laser shot and then proceeds to hit the next 3 in a row. 2 hits on the fire control system. That's pretty huge. That could work out brilliantly. Trebuchet shoots at the Raven, hits him in the right torso, transfers to center torso critical on a gyro. Oh, shoot. That's the last time that happened. Field Gunner is lighting up the Vindicator like it's nobody's business. And the Raven hitting that Trebuchet back for 1 hit. That Trebuchet is proving to be an astonishingly effective and deadly piece of equipment. Wolfhound coming in, hitting the Patton, and then the Patton, and then the Patton, and not hitting the 1 point of damage left. There we go. Vindicator came in and cleaned up. Jesus. That missing. Raven, center torso rear, hit on the engine. That's the second mech with a hit on the engine. And then hits him in the head from behind. I love it when they do that. 2 critical hits on the engine now. Raven stays standing. Needed a 6. Got his 6. Wow. What's in... It's just infantry? Yeah, field gunners. Okay, you're gonna punch. Swing them fists. You're gonna kick, because it's all you can do. Clint hits the left leg of the Vindicator. The Vindicator then misses, and then the Raven manages to hit the left leg. Everybody stays standing at the end of that. Oh! Oh, no. Okay. So he managed to lost 5 units of elevation, which was the worst possible roll he could have gotten. 1 hit to the avionics. But other than that, he's actually okay. Other than the avionics strike, he's fine. There we go. Watch my... Okay, we gotta get you off of here. Cause how much armor you got left? Not much. I don't want to do a vertical takeoff, but I think I might have to, just to get myself out of here. Go vertical liftoff. Needs a 12 because we're taking off from our own crater. I'm not. Am I? Yeah, I need 10 hexes in front of me. Calling it. You're calling Diamondback out after all this work. Okay. Alright, sure, Lance. Turn the sucker. Next round, I'm going for a full run takeoff. See if I can't get in the air. You're not even going to give the Eagle a chance. Who keeps trying to text me? Jesus. It won't stop buzzing. Alright. Somebody just called Broken Arrow. Not Broken Arrow. Something different from Broken Arrow because we're clearly running. And then the Raven. I want to wait for the Raven so the Raven has a chance of murdering that Clint because we got it. Got both of the Patton tanks offline, the Panther's offline, the Whitworth is badly damaged. This Trebuchet is pretty normal, and the Clint is in trouble. Ooh, it's a tight one. It's a tight one today. Felix, I want to keep you around for a little bit. J2, though, you are going to high-speed low-drag this sucker. Walk right over top. How's your armor on your left side, by the way? That's good. Running with the damage hit actuator needs a 6. I don't want to risk that. That's a lot of risk right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damage hit actuator running. I gotta do it. Roll well. You made it, Jesus. White feather. We're so very close to dying. Ah, that's Diamondback for you. But we're pulling out. We're heading towards the edge. I'm still going to try and kill everybody as we head towards the edge, but we're heading towards the edge. Trebuchet didn't move. That's annoying. Zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. You can do it 3. Or you can trip on your own 2 feet and die. Yeah, that's always an option too. Accelerate. Give me the run. Here we go. Rogue continues to lose elevation. If that rogue drops a little bit more, that rogue will turn into so much scrap. Hi there, kids! You like violence? Oh, this is gonna be such a long repair time. Fire the mediums! Fire the smalls! Hopefully they don't target me. Target. X for bombs. Dive bomb. Fire all the cluster bombs you got. Fist. And medium laser, medium laser. That's all I've got. Please don't shoot at my Raven too much. My Raven is in trouble. Dagger the Whitworth. Fire the medium lasers. It's not going to be accurate, but yeah, it might do something. Sometimes it is Mek. Trebuchet is vicious and I don't fancy the odds of killing it. Do you know what this Trebuchet is packing? SRM 2 AC 5 PPC. This Trebuchet has just been lucky. That's what this Trebuchet has been. Oh, right. You don't have... I think we're going to Alpha Strike you. Well, the 9s are not really worth it. But I'm going to hit you with my big energy armament. Hi there, kids. I already used that joke. Alright, Eagle, Hex for Bomb, critical hit on structure, critical hit on structure. For some reason, it's not drifting to interior locations. It's a bad load. That's not a bad loadout for late hunting. 3 structure remaining in the right leg. Oh, that's so close. Wow. Blast through, critical hit on the large laser. Armor has been destroyed, so the Trebuchet, or the Vindicator's lost his large laser. Raven missing both medium laser strikes. Field Gunners lighting up the Wolfhound once again because it's on the ground. The Whitworth missing all of his shots. Large laser, the Trebuchet hits and hits. Come on, hit that leg. Just need 2 more damage on that leg and he goes down. Trebuchet falls. Suffers 3 damage to the left leg, which is not the right leg that I needed it to be. You cannot punch behind you. You can kick in front of you. Missed. Succeeded. Already out of control. Regains control. Ah, damn it. That wasn't the plan. Also, they're now blocking my takeoff run. Like, I moved here specifically so I could lift off, and they're in my way. I need to hope that these guys get the hell out of the way. Oh, immobile shutdown. He cooked himself. Interesting. Okay, I can ignore him for a round. Go, go, go. I hate that I have orders to get the hell out of Dodge because I think I've got a massive opportunity here. I think the opportunities... in light of the Trebuchet hitting in the deck, no longer a retreat. I see now. So that's how it's working. Alright, let's get you Fudge. Is there a location, like a runway or something that I might be able to get to? Vertical liftoff. So my movement needs a 12. He'll break his landing gear if he does it, but screw it, take off. Get in the air, goddammit. Did the Trebuchet fail to get up? Or has he not moved yet? Has not moved. The Vindicator. You know what? The 585. Hi there, I'm gonna beat the ever-living company. And the Trebuchet moves. However, we've been ordered to go back in. Alright, run it in. Eagle. Oh, Oh, shit. That's a bomber. Shadow does make it out of this. You have your mean words. I'll have my own ones. Why is everyone being so mean to him? He took a loader mech because he needed one in order to roll with you guys. You guys like being mean to my people. Ooh, can I make this turn? Can I get in for another strafing turn? Because that's what I want to do. I want to be able to strafe this son of a gun. Come in, take the pop. Take that trebuchet. I'm gonna do it because goddamn it, you can do it. Tomahawk crashed again. Oh, we may bail him out. Eagle maneuver successful. Eagle's gonna target this trebuchet, and we're gonna come in guns a-blazing. Damage high-low. PPCs. Yeah, twin PPCs plus blast, medium laser, skip over that one, and then rocket launcher pods for days. Let's see if he survives that. I doubt it. But that's my... I think air cover's got us on this one. Festival found. Oh, my large laser still works. Wait, what? Since when? In case you haven't read the IE channel, I have more at stake here. Wait, what? What the fuck do you have at stake? Take one heck of an SNR roll unless he's DNR. No, he's DNR. Polite word. You're not even in his alliance. Trying to tell other people how to run their lances. What is this? Backseat gaming at its finest. Target the rogue. Not the eagle. The rogue. Target that. Skip. Missiles! Some suggestion that he has enough head armor to take PPC around without immediately dying. Yep. Alright. Raven. Twist. Actually, now Raven. Flip. Where is he weak actually at the moment? View, Clint, armor. Nowhere really that a center torso strike will matter. His left leg is vulnerable-ish. If I can dish out 11 damage, which I can't. Flip arms. Go for the left leg. See if we can't open it up. Alright. Ghost targets is active at maximum level. Right leg of the trebuchet is destroyed. Right torso rear is destroyed. PPC missed. All of the rocket launchers missed, except for one. And right torso rear, pretty hefty amount of damage. He's going down on the ground, that's for sure. Field gunner's hitting the Raven. Critical hit on the left leg. Lots of great damage here. Raven hit CT. Clint, internal armor destroyed. That left leg is vulnerable. Trebuchet, 0 remaining. Pilot falls, obviously. I'm going to see if I can't give you the boot. Critical hit on the Whitworth's jump jet and left leg. Unfortunately, he still has some armor there. Alrighty. I'm amazed that rogue is still in the air. After the amount of pain that I've put that rogue under. Raven J2. We're staying away from the field gunner for a little bit. Also away from those, so you get to move first. Bring it up top. And turn. Going one hell of a shindig, ain't it? If he's DNR, then the odds for his survival are about 20%. Yeah, it's gonna take a pretty lucky roll to keep this man alive. This is true. Well found, where you at? Bring you around, we're gonna beat the ever-living crap out of him. Would you please move that Clint so I can barrage him from behind, as he deserves to be. Also, his leg is about to fall off, which is also pretty good. I don't want to be seen by these field gunners, so I'm gonna run in this direction. Wait, face down this Whitworth. I forgot you can't run at the moment. Can you back up? You can back up. Okay, I'll take it. All right, that Clint is exactly where we need him to be. Turn your mind, son. Or in the words of the great Maverick, no way, Gister, you're mine. I suppose it's not quite, you know, useful here. Go up. Where is that rogue? Did that rogue bail? Rogue bailed. Okay, so the rogue is out. Will not return. So... Ooh. I don't want to risk a crash. Start maneuvering. Yeah, we'll maneuver for next round. Apparently I haven't used all of my velocity. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Maneuver for next round. Let us not risk it. Trebuchet falls and does not get up. So guess who's on the ground all nice and vulnerable? You, Trebuchet armor. 12 more damage to his legs and he don't move nowhere. Also, how's his arm? Right arm is our target. Oh no, we're not getting free shots at him. He's just prone. Fire that. Oh, my flamer's crit. You, on the other hand, are in a perfect position for the following joy to be spread. And you're even going to pump out the full-on large laser. You are taking color on fire to the rear. You are just going to enjoy this beautiful sunset before I put a bullet in you. Oh, a lot of people are about to be shooting my aircraft. Alright, Ghost Targets is active. Raven misses his 2 medium lasers, but we kind of expected that. Critical hits on the AC-5. Left torso rear destroyed. Center torso crit on the engine. Did you blow off the... Alright, so left torso rear took the arm with it. So, missing a leg and an arm, pilot will bail. Trebuchet missing shots. Field gunners opening fire on the Eagle. We got lots of little tracer rounds. All I know is D-Back has been getting hit hard as well. Welcome to being a light lance. Yep. This is life in the light Marines. Come on, Clint left leg destroyed, hitting the head, pilot blacks out, yeah, that Clint is not getting away. Wolfhound, give it a kick. Give it a kick. Trebuchet pilot has blacked out after getting stomped on the head. Right arm of the Raven, or yeah, the right arm of the Clint has been destroyed. This is pretty much all of their mechs at this point, I think. We still have the Whitworth to take care of, but other than that, mobile, prone, devastated would be another great word for it. But I will maneuver into a position where I may provide assistance and yet not get too much in trouble. Are you a mech warrior? You are a mech warrior. How hilarious is that? See if I can bait out the Whitworth. Does anybody want a Clint? Don't answer that. The answer is no. Raven will come on in here. Right, I can't run. She's been sort of running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Kind of used to it. You're doing good work. Just keep it up. How much structure does this building have? 80? Yeah, that's gonna stand for days. Will I be able? I will be able to turn to shoot the Whitworth, which makes it all kind of worth it, I think. How's your armor? Left torso could, you know, be in better shape, but I'll take it. Is that the Rogue? The Rogue is still here. Oh, I missed the fact that the Rogue was still here. Shoot. Eagle, accelerate. Bring him in your sights. Does that bring him in your sights? Does that make you see him? Left wing, target. That'll be a significant underrun. Accelerate, accelerate. Yes. I just need to make sure that you're on the same level. Which you are, because you'll be at altitude 5, right? Go up. Yes, okay. You're at altitude 5. We're taking care of this rogue once and for all. And we're not taking care of it lightly. We're going to go after it with a ship that is designed to attack dropships. See how he likes that. You're going to target him. Yeah, I could go for his head. I mean, how much armor does he have left in his head? A single medium laser hit to the head will kill him. Well, let's see if we can't make that happen. Driving down the road till you blow up. You. I'm going to twist. Target. Skip. Twin medium lasers. Done. You can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Medium laser. Missile, missile. And I believe the hydrate comes in a little glass vial. No ghost targets this round. Woodworth has hit my wolfhound. The eagle opens fire on the rogue. Hit. 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 Wow. 4 times at a damage threshold exceeding the critical result. Twice in the nose. 1 in the left wing, 1 in the right wing. Not once does he get the critical hit. Raven has destroyed the right torso rear and the gyro and possibly the engine. But I don't think he blew off the leg that I wanted him to. Oh no, right leg doesn't exist. Yeah, we were just trying to kill his head. None of that happened. Whitworth hitting a medium laser, Vindicator, breaking up some more tanks. Raven, Clint destroyed, head blown off. Damage dealt. Trevor's going to eject like 80-20 on that. It's 100%. He's missing an arm, he's missing a leg. AI always ejects in that situation. Because you can't lift yourself up to shoot, and you can't get up. Trebuchet pilot is awake. Trebuchet ejected. Alright, so Trebuchet ejected, and now the only mech left is a Whitworth. Which in our current condition is not like a small thing. That is a significant amount of firepower that can be brought to bear. I need this Whitworth to move so I can figure out what I'm doing about it. Can you not? Can you just move accurately on the ground? Can't pick him up. Two, 3, 4, 5. That'll be enough of a turn. Spin. Okay, Vedette's coming our way. We know what the Whitworth is doing. We know what the Whitworth is doing. We know what we're doing. Zoom. And that rogue is going to bomb the Raven again. God damn it. I am coming after you, you little just maneuver. I don't want to do an Immelman, it'll bring me too high. Accelerate. Maneuver. Oh no, I need to accelerate twice still? Jeez, I'm not traveling nearly as fast as I thought I was. Maneuver. Immelman, bring that sucker around. And now here's the bad part. I have to go down 2 levels to catch him. That's just gonna bring me blowing right by him. He may be too close for me to infect. Shoot, he is too close for me to infect. Oh, can I make that turn? I cannot turn at the end of the run, but that's the end of the run. Knocked himself out, get some free ransom money, do a barrel roll. It doesn't work the way you think it does. Hey, Mr. Anti-Dropship here. Would you like to completely turn him into slag? That'd be great. Given 2x, we'll target him. Skip, skip, fire the missiles only. Because you are overheating. I'm going to place some faith in the fact that we're going to successfully bomb the shit out of this Whitworth over here. Infantry field guns are going to have a field day. Sure, fire the large laser. And you can target him, and then missiles and misses. There, Ghost targets is up. Hey, the Eagle managed to miss both of his PPCs, but then hit him in the head with a medium laser, who then rolled a 12 to stay conscious, because of course he did. Armor destroyed on the center torso, so he's vulnerable. Cadet is damaged, so nobody really picked on him because I figured that'd be taken care of, and it wasn't. Right leg critical hit, and that did nothing. This Whitworth is the only thing preventing me from calling a victory. Can we buy the bot not showing up anymore? For system mode? Oh, they're different bots. Fortunately, it becomes more difficult. You ban. There we go. Let's see. So once we kill that Whitworth, I'm going to call it. Partially because this has been going on for 90 minutes, and it shouldn't be. I think so. Yeah. And because as cool as field gunners are, they don't have that much of an effect once we decide that we want to knock out the buildings, because we can do so from angles they can't attack us from. So the Whitworth and the 2 tanks, and that's it, because the 2 tanks and the Whitworth represent their mobile strike capability, and once we kill that, they can't do anything to us. Oh, can't run with this gyro, damn it. Where do you think you're going? Center torso is open, your side torsos are about to be open, and your head's been shot to the point where you have 7 health left. Tell me, just how cocky are you feeling at the moment? Speaking of, how cocky am I feeling at the moment? Not really that cocky, but hey. I am the mod. That's how this works. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not a big channel. Eagle, can you make the turn in time, or is this a... Yeah, no. There's no... Unless we pull off some sweet-ass maneuver. Which there's always a possibility we can do that. Especially now that we don't have to worry about the rogue that decided he was getting out of here. Whatever. Split ass. Let's bring the sucker around. Whoosh. We do, of course, need to then accelerate upwards. And you know what? I'm gonna call the go up because I don't want to risk it. You can do it. He was successful. If this works, it'll be great. If it doesn't, then there'll be a crater. Very large crater. Us in the middle of it. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Because I don't like being in craters. I find that to be very uncomfortable. The PPC, medium laser, and medium laser. Vedette is destroyed. Raven getting lit up by those field gunners who are just having an absolute field day. Vindicator made the Vedette mobile. Whitworth has been shot in the head again. So that's 2 hits to the head, if I'm not mistaken. PPC's come in doing some roll, but it's not fully dead. Whitworth pilot drops and is blacked out. Get a kick. There goes his right arm. He's unconscious. I have an immobile Vedette. Can't run with you because you don't have the ability to move that fast anymore. And you're missing an arm and a leg. Leg, arm, pilot will eject, guaranteed. Okay. Let's roll. Alright, we're out of here. Goodbye. Okay, maybe not go up. We just fly off. Kill this tank, and it's all over. You destroy this tank, and the mission is complete. His front armor is incredibly vulnerable. But if I get at your left side, which, yes I can, that is also incredibly vulnerable. As cute as it would be to try and kill him, you can't. So, left side, large, and then you are going to also shoot the left side, and then splatter again. You also left side. Just do the normal boost. And that's a vedette destroyed by damage. Pilot is conscious if the pilot ejects now. Which he did, okay. That is that. Because their maneuver element is no longer intact, we can now safely say we would be able to pick apart the defenses in such a way that they would not be able to stop us. I'll black that again. Alright, we don't need to keep the file. To control the battlefield, we do. And the moment of truth. Yeah, the moment of truth. That tomahawk, I'm going to edit unit because I made a mistake on it, and that's why that happened. So, that was a mistake that I made. Not related to the pilot. Forgot that, you know, that can kill them. Alright, roll dice. Alright, so that's not the roll, don't worry. We have a person who has died. The person dying is on the... Well, this would happen even if they were on the resuscitate list. The person who's dying is on the do not resuscitate list. Means that they wish to be dead if they actually die. Come on, Jesus. We use a rule variant called the MekHQ rule set, which gives you, secondary things you can do with people who don't normally would fight. So you can have a mercenary company who has infantry. Even if your infantry don't normally have an effect on the battle, they have an effect that you can bring them in game. And the one we're going to be using is called Search and Rescue. Now, on a critical success, one dead mech warrior is instead recovered with four wounds. We're going to try that. However, a critical success on a search and rescue roll, infantry, SNR, critical success is an 18 and up. Now, our morale is very high, so that means a 17 and up. And our commander is an elite, which means a 16 and up. This was not a defensive mission. The enemy commander was not green, and they were not elite. So this will be a 16 and up. If we roll that, then life is saved and Shadow Wolf lives. If not, Shadow Wolf will die. You lucky son of a bitch! Oh, I will drink to that. Okay. So, time to pay $10. So he's alive. That's a thing. Yes. Alright, so where's the man? The man himself. You have 4 wounds according to the critical success rules of MekHQ. Lookers. You guys all have to pay Alice McKinnon a very hefty fine. Because she's the one who just pulled his nuts out of the fire. Take the Clint. Alright, we didn't kill any mech warriors. The Whitworth was killed by... I want to say the Wolfhound? Where's the Wolfhound? Trebuchet was killed by airstrikes from an Eagle. The foot platoon, anti-mech machine gun infantry. Oh, right. That was killed by probably the Tomahawk. When the Tomahawk came in with its bombing run. Alrighty. Whew. That's a thing, man. See how bad his wounds are. A bruise on his left foot, some cuts on his right leg, sprained left leg, and a bruise on his right arm. Looks like combined drinks. Yes, the infantry. You owe it all to the infantry. Alright, Diamondback coming back, all alive, pulling that mission out of the garbage. Although, look at all the injuries we have now. All these people I've got to bring to the infirmary. Doc, what can you do for him? Prisoners, all prisoners? Looks to be all prisoners to me. In which case, you can go to this dock. And then the overflow dock. Nobody who laughs at the infantry deserves to get someone punched in the jaw. Yep. So Diamondback lives. Amazingly so. Rolling the exact number that they needed to roll in order to save everybody. But, yeah. It's time for the reason why this was done today, instead of just leaving you guys in suspense. Because this was the capstone moment for the end of this, not entire contract, but this part. So, all of you are now traveling home in your mechs. Some of you being dragged along by others. Everybody's inside a cockpit. We have a couple of... so Lady Freya is getting dragged along by the bulwark, and there's a nice little powwow happening inside of Kyogre's mech, as the two pilots who are currently mechless are hanging out with him. Cobra didn't lose... Oh no, Cobra didn't lose any mechs. Yeah, so they're all just walking home as normal. And Diamondback similarly has the Javelin pilot is probably hanging out. Probably in the Vindicator, because oh no, the Vindicator probably doesn't have the most room because that laser bulge. So probably in one of the chickens. As you guys are all heading back to the base. However, now this is where we get to the whole this is a choose your own adventure thing. So listen up, folks. This is for the event. A sudden white flash seems to explode in your field of vision. The world suddenly at the brightest noon it has ever known. In a near instant, the cockpit windows and displays fully polarized to a near pitch black, blocking out the entire world save for one point. A bright white light through all of the image filtering, the heart of a star. The point of light expands, growing in jagged lines like a lightning before the tendrils of light meld together and begin to fade away, dispersing their concentrated strength into a massive fireball. As your cockpit windows clear back to semi-transparent, you can see jets of fire gushing from Aegis in the distance, but what truly catches your eye is the massive red line burning through the mountain. The shockwave finally catches up with the light of the destruction, and through the armored bulk of your mechs you can feel the teeth-rattling roar. The ground tremors beneath you, causing your mechs to stumble and break stride as the explosion and then its after effects begin to reach you. Radiological alarms scream in your cockpits, but a quick glance shows that it's not a threat to your life support systems, but telling you the grim reality of what has happened. The rumbling, however, increases, shaking your mechs more and more as the great fortress mountain of Aegis cracks. Smaller cacophonous booms echo through the mountains as stone is twisted and tortured until it bursts, shattering as half the mountain begins to crumble, falling away in a titanic avalanche of rock, destroying all in its path. And that is the end of this leg of the campaign. We have conquered Aegis. Aegis has fallen. Congratulations. Anyway, folks, I've been Tirak. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see a notification every single time I release one of these videos. Then you need to press that little bell icon, leave a comment. I will see you all in the next episode.